Okay, children, today I'm gonna give you a made-up story that I have never thought of before. I haven't formed it in my brain yet, and it's only now that I'm going to make it up. So let me begin. I made a little bit of a preparation. I'm gonna use some props, and this is Joan. Joan, reach out for your nose. Can you pick your nose, Joan? Yes. Joan is a vegetarian, and let me call in Trent. And Trent is a bear. And it says thoughtful, talented, trusting, and true. And that's why his name is Trent. Because all of those words start with the letter T. Just like someone I know. Yeah? Yeah, right, Trent. And so Joe and Trent are not friends. They're not friends at all. Joe doesn't like to have friends, especially a bear. But Trent, he wanted to have friends. The reason John doesn't want to have friends is because he had friends before. That didn't work out well because why do you have to be called Ross? Well, because Ross lived in a place where there's not much available food, not much available water, and people are competing with each other. And so you need to have friends to survive. You need to have friends to get through the day. You have to be nice to someone because that someone will have to help you in one way or another. But this nice fella called John grew up in a place where everything is enough, and so the meaning of friendship for John is that it is for companionship. John was giving everything to Ross because that's what friends are for. But then Ross found someone else in the land. This little guy over here, he's a rich man. He's a really rich man. His name is Henry. He lives in the castle. Ross doesn't really know whether Henry owns the castle or not. It's just that, ooh, someone who lives in the castle is someone who's worth being friends with. And so Ross befriended Henry. Henry made Ross carry him around like this because Henry wanted to be carried around like that. Shoo! Oh my God! This relationship of Ross and and Henry is not a very good relationship. It falls apart, and it even toppled down our friend. Who's this? Oh my God! Ross and Henry live their lives in the castle, whatever life they are living over there. And so they went away, and what's your name again? Joan. She had to learn to pick her nose rather than be friends with someone else. Now that Trent is in the picture, and Trent is also someone who grew up in a place where there's enough of everything. And so Trent is also someone who would who would be a good friend to someone, not because someone could be of use to him. But John is not ready anymore for that, and is very cynical, and he thought that everyone else would be just like Ross and Henry. And so when Trent came along, John just looked at Trent like that. What do you mean you want to be friends with me? I don't want to be friends with anyone, especially like you. You're a bear, remember? You eat what, salmon? Well, yeah, I do love salmon. You do realize that you're not a salmon, Trent. Um, Embarrassed me and hurt my feelings. Oh my goodness. Leave me alone. Come on, Joan. Don't you realize that we're the only ones here who are very much like each other? What do you mean, very much like each other? All right, how do we end this story? Um, How do we end this story? Do you want this story to end well, or do you want this story to end badly? It is your choice. Wait, like this. It is your choice. I think the best way to end this story is for Joan to continue picking her nose, and Trent is watching. She said, "Okay, Trent, I would like to be friends with you. I like the way you perch on the shoulders of the storyteller. So can I join you?" So they perched on the shoulders of the storyteller, and they lived happily ever after. And that's the end of the story. Ah! Sorry, Joan. You have to hold on. Hold on. We're not finished yet with the video. Okay.